Hi, it's David Blaise. It's a rainy Friday afternoon here in this part of Pennsylvania, but there's something interesting going on nearby I want to have you take a look at. So we're going to get on the road and I'll show you something interesting on our rainy Friday afternoon. Here we go. As you can see, it's still raining pretty heavily here. We got a little thunder, a little lightning going on, adds to the ambiance. But you know, with what a lot of people have been dealing with lately as far as the economy is concerned, I think the rain really isn't a bad analogy for today. Because when you think about it, when the sun is shining, when everything's going great in the economy, it's easy for anyone to make money. That's kind of the easy part. But when things get a little more challenging, when the rain clouds start to come, it gets a little rainy, well, then it becomes quite a different thing. And the people who are equipped to deal in the difficult times are the ones who are really going to have a tremendous advantage when the sun comes out again. Now, over the next few days, we're going to go a bunch of different places. Last year at this time, we took a trip to Area 51. That was pretty unusual, a little strange. But this year, not going anywhere quite as unusual, but got some interesting things to show you starting today. Now around here, again in this part of Pennsylvania, there's not a lot of interesting stuff that often goes on. But today, actually yesterday, today and tomorrow, there's some interesting stuff happening, and that's what I want to show you. So have a look ahead, and as we begin our trek up the mountain, just want to share with you a couple of different observations. Lately, it seems like there are two primary camps as far as this economy is concerned. There are the people who are frozen in terror. They got that whole deer in the headlights thing going on. And then there are the people who are really out there taking action despite what's going on in the economy. Now, if you think about these two camps, it's not difficult to figure out who's going to win in that scenario. And it's certainly not going to be the ones who are frozen in fear, waiting to get struck by the car. I'm glad there are no deer on this road, by the way. Take a look as we round the next corner. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get through or not. We may be detoured. If I'm lucky, we won't be. I think actually the rain is going to work to our advantage today. Because originally, these roads were all supposed to be closed off today, and you wouldn't be able to see what I'm about to show you. Okay, this is open. That's a good sign. See those walls over there? Those walls were built by the WPA movement back in the 30s. As you can see, they're not holding up too well. May have to build some more of those soon. As we get to the higher altitudes, you see it also gets a bit foggy up here, getting up into the clouds a bit. Hopefully it won't be so cloudy that we won't be able to see what I'm going to show you. Alright, this might be a little tricky to see because of the fog, but up ahead, around this bend, is a rather famous landmark for this part of the country. They probably don't have one of these where you are. This is the pagoda. It's a landmark. It was built here years and years and years ago. And today, it is the site of something rather interesting and special. And I'll tell you about that when we get out of the car. Okay, so check this out. Come on. Down the steps. As you can see, there's a big open area over here. Wait till you see what's down here. This is so cool. Alright. Take a look. You may be looking at that and saying, what, that just looks like a big old pit. Yes, it is a pit, but it's much more than that, actually. It's actually the set for M. Night Shyamalan's new movie, Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're shooting it locally, and fortunately today it's raining, so they can't shoot a scene for the Fire Nation in the rain, so they're not here today, so we get to show you what their set looks like. Have a look. So you can see there's some tanks down there. There's some tank parts. You can see there's some bones. skeletons and such. This is going to be the Fire Nation area in the movie. And in fact, if you spin around, you can see the pagoda in the background is going to be the Fire Nation temple. So if you are not familiar with what any of this stuff is, ask your kids. They will be. The movie's called Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you want to show this footage to your kids, they'll very likely be very impressed.